We're here to define what a man is, right?
Responsibility creates struggle. Struggle creates strength. And strength creates structure.
How many people care about what people think about them? Be honest.
As a man, you got to be able to protect not just yourself, but your family.
When we talk about being a man, it's your behaviors.
But I don't say any of this to brag. I don't say any of this to gloat my life up or I'm better than anybody.
I start crying. I'm like, why am I crying? And so what I realized was,
you put yourself in a target-rich environment. You are the only woman that paid for a ticket to come to this event.
if you're trying to teach your daughter to be around a certain man and you're not that man yourself, she gonna choose you.
Hey, let me not touch this nigga. He too clean. Where is that on you?
It's not on me.
It's not on you. The only reason why it's not on you is because you didn't choose it.
Find the women who can actually help you build. And here's some deep game for you. You don't have to have sex with all of them.
Since 2016, I've been following Lucario and Miles. Y'all changed my life. Followed by Uncle Ram. So ever since then, I've been getting a little bit of too much ass at times.
You know, as a man, there's a balance to it. Your purpose and pussy. And the heavier your purpose.
Even if you lose the relationship, you don't lose yourself. And that's the most important part.
Yeah. My man on the left there, he had the Pee Wee Herman pants on. Seen the stripes at the top of his socks.
Is somebody
right, real quick, salute to Jay Roman. What's that?
No, it sounded like somebody. It's a plane flying over somebody's house. Or something?
No,
I'm
good.
like a train or something and shit.
Okay.
Hold on, let me mute myself and see if it's me.
Yeah, it was you. Nah, it's good now. It looked like it sounded like it sounded like the plane was going over. But you good now. Well, actually.
All right, here we go. So real quick, salute to who in the building? I saw somebody here early. Certified Tyrone, AJ Leno. Who else up in here? Navin R. Johnson. What's up? Unique 79, monogamous player. Who else? I saw somebody else up in there. Mike Larry, was good with you, fam? Duke Lux. Zulu. Alicia and Wrecked. All right. Let's get it. Joe Blast was good. So y'all see the title. Bo Washington Art. Salute to y'all. Y'all came in a little late. Addressing men's biggest fear. Y'all saw the thumbnail. Y'all know what that is. This is what I want to say real quick before we get into this. And there's a couple of videos, or video clips rather, that I want to share so we can kind of give some visual to the illustration of the point I'm trying to make. If you guys pay attention to this YouTube space, pay attention to the commentary, to the different ideologies, to all the different narratives, you're going to see a common denominator. Okay, what you're going to see, if you really think about it, are men who are overly concerned about being cheated on. This is why guys talk about pair bonding, a woman's body count. Or a guy might say, don't date single mothers because she can leave you and get back with her baby father. All that points to guys' biggest fear, a woman cheating, because what cheating represents for a lot of guys is really rejection.
Right.
And for them, it's the worst type of rejection because they have their feelings invested. So in some ways, it might even be looked at as abandonment. Like, you abandoned me, look how you did me, right? And a lot of you guys, when y'all start having sex with women, for whatever reason, your feelings get way too caught up in it, and you get more attached to the sex than a woman does.
Right.
Because for me personally, there are worse things that a woman can do to a nigga than cheat. That's just me. There are worse things that a girl can do or a woman can do to a guy than cheat. But for a lot of guys, you think that shit is the worst, which is why you'll have a guy that will have a woman that will disrespect him, call him out his name, talk to him crazy in front of his friends and family, go upside his head, call the police on him and make false charges, and he still stays.
Yo.
Because he feels like, as long as she don't cheat, I'm here for the long haul.
Right.
That's how niggas be thinking. Real quick. Rule with the 5. Salute to respect to the panel. All right, gentlemen, y'all want to go ahead and jump in on it before we get to these clips?
Yeah. Is that really a man's biggest fear? I think my biggest fear is like,
No. For us, no.
yeah, that's what I'm
These
saying.
niggas
Like,
on
no.
YouTube, yeah,
Right.
for them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's funny because when you said that, I'm like, damn, what's my biggest fear? I'm like, if I had a biggest fear, it would be to be in a fucked up like car accident or train accident and I lost my dick or something, or I lost use of my dick. Like, I think that would be my greatest fear.
Yeah,
like, me personally.
that would be it.
I mean, a woman cheating on me, man. I mean, first of all, any woman that I deal with has a freedom to do what the fuck she want to do. I mean, I know a lot of these young niggas call it, you a cuck and you this and you that. See, the thing is that none of the stuff that my woman does outside of me concerns me. You understand what I'm saying? It really doesn't concern me because I'm totally focused on myself. Now, the only way it concerns me is if she starts making decisions concerning other dudes or concerning other situations that she's in that interrupts or interferes with what we have going on. Because now, see, the disrespect is not her dealing with other men. The disrespect is her letting her dealings interfere with our dealings. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. Because I think that everybody has, a lot of people. We had a guy call in and he was trying to shame me for dealing with multiple women, and he was like, so you give these women divided attention, and what do you think? And that's not good. And what does that say about you as a man? And I was like, nigga, we all give things divided attention. I have work to do. She got a job. She got a family. I got family. I got business. I got obligations. I got things I got to do for myself. She has things that she has to do for herself. The other woman I was fucking with got things that she needed to do for herself. Like, everybody gets some type of divided attention. But see, as a man, that's why I schedule my time. So when I schedule time to spend, I'm focused on what I'm focused on at that time. You understand? That's the beauty of management. That's the beauty of being organized with your life and being focused, where if I say, hey, I'm going to the gym to work out, well, for the next 45 minutes to an hour, I'm focused on working out. When I meet my boxing trainer for that full hour, all we talking about and doing and working on is boxing skills, footwork, and all that shit that got to do with boxing. You understand what I'm saying? When I'm spending time with my woman, all I'm doing is spending time with my woman, focused on what's going on between me and her, and to have a good time, and so on and so forth. When I'm on the Manhood is a Skill Set show, I'm focused on spitting this game and having a good show with Kay Zaggin and Mr. Justin and Jay Roman and whoever else is in the chat and all of that, and to talk to the callers and to have a good show. So everybody's gonna get some type of divided attention because we all got shit to do. We're human beings. But see, I think when guys when guys lose focus on themselves, I think that's when their fears start to come in. You understand? Because you can't control everything in life. You understand? And I think that's where a lot of people's fears come in. Like for example, you ever been on a roller coaster and you going down the hill? The main part of the reason why you feel so upset in the stomach and you can't catch your breath is really because you're not in control. You understand? You're literally at the whim of the centrifugal force of how they design that fucking roller coaster. So your stomach gonna do what it's gonna do based on the fact that you have no control over this ride. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I bet you if you, like, let's just say you had the power of flight like a Superman. I bet you if you was actually moving in the same trajectory, but you were in full control of your trajectory and the speed at which you were moving, you wouldn't feel all those upset feelings because you would be in control. You get what I'm saying? So the thing is that the reason why I think guys have such a big fear is because they know they can't control women. See, I already know that. You understand? The only thing that I know that I could do as far as women is to influence them. So what do? I focus on myself and make sure that time spent with me is of the highest fucking quality, because every time she sees me, she gets the highest version of a Miles Cunningham. You understand what I'm saying? So, and I know that beyond that, there's nothing more that I can do. But guess what? I'm not focused on anything beyond that. You get what I'm saying? And so I think that's one of the hardest lessons to teach a lot of these young men, because you know, that old saying, you know, God give me the you know, the power to control the things I can, and you know, the patience and the confidence to deal with the things that I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference. Like, that saying is old, but it is one of those points of game that will never go out of style. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a big lesson for guys to really understand. There's things you can control, there's things you can't. You got to have the wisdom to know the difference.
You know,
Let me address Raymond. See, okay, real quick, my bad. Let me address Raymond, because he says men don't want to share what they have, but it's not yours. A woman's body is not really yours. Her vagina is not yours. She's picking and choosing whether or not she wants to share it with only you, or she wants to juggle many dicks. She's picking and choosing. I want guys to understand something. I really want y'all to get this. You really don't have any say-so in whether or not a woman decides to be sexually exclusive with you or not.
Right. You
don't. Even if a woman tells you to your face, I like what Miles said when he says women don't lie, they don't tell you the truth. They just say how they feel in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Even when a woman tells you to your face, Daddy, I don't want nobody but you. You're the biggest I've ever had. That's what you niggas want to hear. You're the best I've ever had. Because that's what you niggas want to hear. I don't want nobody else but you. I'm so satisfied. In that precise moment, after she got them busting on your dick for 30 minutes, she might feel that way. But 2 days later, she's in the grocery store in the cucumber aisle, and she run into me, and we have a discussion about cucumbers. And now she don't feel like just keeping the vagina to you. She is like, I found a guy that I think I want to share myself with, in addition to. But anyway, man, my bad, Jack. Go ahead. Look at the super chats real quick.
D Money with the $4.99 super chat. He said, appreciate what y'all do. I actually learned a lot from the game from watching y'all. And also Money Mitch with the $5 super chat. He says, respect to the real manhood. Something. Damn it, it came on. It said respect to the real manhood panel or something like that. He said, yeah, it came on.
And he got his soap, and he gave his props up to you, Mouse.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right.
I'm a little slow. I'm a little slow
79. Today. Yeah, he's the $5 euro or pound or whatever. He says, salute to the 5 pound in the room. Miles, my soaps have arrived. The scent is phenomenal. Get your masculine soap today. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, Zag, you mentioned some points I was about to hit on, is that they believe what they say, right? They have believed everything a woman has told them. This is how you get my heart. This is how you get my attention. This is how you get these things, right? And so these are the guys that say, oh, you need to bring flowers or you need to do this. And then they're mad when she gives her heart or her attention to somebody that doesn't do those things. Because they turn around and say, what do you mean? You told me I had to do these things. Mm-hmm. And yet you turn around and give your attention to somebody that doesn't do these things.
Right.
When you live your whole life and focus on getting their attention, their time, you start to believe everything they say. Mm-hmm. So when they sit there and say, hey, this is yours. Hey, I don't give this just to anybody. You got to do all this. You got to be my man. You got to do that. Then all of a sudden, she's getting tossed up in the back of a Honda, and you're wondering, wait, hold on. Well, you told me that I had to do all this just to get it. And they're angry and upset because they believed everything she said, every last piece that she said. That is the main reason to me why they hold on so long and become jealous, because they don't want to lose what they got because they worked for it. And then they're mad she could give it up to somebody that doesn't do half the work that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we gonna touch on that. Go ahead, fam.
Yeah, that was it.
That was it. Okay.
That was it. I'm not gonna be long-winded today. That was it.
No, we good. Alicia and Rec with the $9.99. Last night at the club, I got punched in the face by a dude who accused me of talking to his girl. What are tips I can avoid situations like that, bro? You got to call in with that.
Yeah, you got to call in. We got to go over all the details.
I got you, Miles.
Duck,
I
man.
got you, Miles.
And Art says Art with the 499 super chat. And this is Art from London. Yeah. So he says, Barbara seriously messed up my hair today. It looks comical. I'm fuming. This gotta be the worst than being cheated on.
Hey, for real. You messed your swag up
There
for a
was
week.
Facts. You gotta wait a few days for that shit to grow out. You gotta wait up. Man, I know your hair is still,
Hey, invest in the baseball cap. He says, what do you mean by a weak man? Please define. Mention out a few traits of a weak man. Look, this is what I want you guys to do. I'm gonna show you 3 clips. The first 2 clips, Jay Roman, you were saying some shit, and there's one particular word that comes into play with these 2 clips. One particular word, and I think guys get caught up with that. And if you look at the root complaint about the body count, a woman's sexual past, and the stupid ass non-existent parabonding shit that niggas made up, there's that same word appears there. So there's one particular word, but what I want to tell Hastings is this: as men, everyone has emotions, both men and women. The problem with the average guy, the weak guy, he displays his emotions outwardly in a way where he's weak, where he don't stand on nothing.
Right.
The problem with a lot of guys, you literally allow women to come into your life, set up shop, and just rule over you. That's what you do. And a lot of it, well, most of it is all because she has a vagina. That's it. Because if you didn't have access to that vagina, you wouldn't care so much about some of this shit. It's really that. That's why I say most of men's insecurities revolve around sex, directly or indirectly. Because dudes lose their mind behind women. And I think if you were the type of dude where you had options and you can get women like that, not only if you can get women casually, but if you had your choice of quality women that you could get casually, and that also you could date seriously if you chose to, you wouldn't be so worried about what these chicks be doing. I got something I want to add to that.
Well, I just want to point out some of the things of weak men is that weak men allow things other than them. Weak men allow things outside of them to be more important than them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, weak men don't understand the value and strength within them, and they don't respect the value and strength within them to the point where they start to pedestalize other things, such as sex, such as even the woman herself. Because like he said earlier, same person, right? Hastings, he said men don't want to share what they have or some shit like that. So what do you mean? Like, if you realize that the most important thing is you, then why are you worried about sharing something that's separate from you? Because here's what you got to understand. We're all going to fucking die. Okay, so the best thing you can do is try to enjoy shit. And I love something that K Zagan always says. He says, enjoy shit till it's not enjoyable anymore. So what does that mean? Does that mean that we're sitting here worried about how long it's going to last with a particular female? Or do you just enjoy that shit till it's over? Because listen, man, your girl could cheat on you, lie to you, betray you, or she could get hit by a fucking bus. Either way, the relationship more than likely going to be over. The point of the matter is, it really don't matter. The relationship, there's no reason to be attached. Enjoy it while it lasts. There's no reason to be attached. Even with this life shit, there's no reason to be attached. Enjoy it while it lasts. Every day you wake up, there's a possibility of you dying. You know, I'm in an apartment building right now. There's nothing here saying that the fucking engineers that made this building didn't cut corners and the foundation might fucking, go out and this shit collapse on me right fucking now. There's nothing saying that the next time I step outside that something not gonna fall on me. The next time I take a drive that I ain't gonna get in an accident and fucking die. There's no guarantees. You understand? So the problem is that dudes, once you start to allow things to be more important than you lose the value in yourself. And once you begin to lose value in yourself, the weakness comes with that. Do you understand? Every time you're worried about something else, every time you pedestalize a woman, every time you pedestalize sex or pussy, you make yourself literally weaker because you're putting something above yourself.
I think a weak dude would take a woman back after she cheated on him. But
See?
they do. A lot of cats do, and they don't like to admit that stuff. They don't
A
like
lot
to
of them
admit it
will. They will.
and say them. They'll take them back. And to me, cheating has always been the result of my fuck up,
Right.
right? Because cheating is the result of me losing some influence on her that I thought I had, right? Because, and I'm one of those type of guys that, like, because I am a man and everything flows through me, it's my fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
It's my fuck up that I did. Maybe I was concentrating on some other things too much and I forgot to, give the certain attention and influence that I needed. But either way, it's still the result of it. It's not that ain't the part I'm really mad at, because I don't put nothing past anybody. I don't care if I'm married 20, 50 years. I wouldn't put it past my wife to step out. I don't put nothing past anybody. I don't care how great a relationship is. And I've just never been one of those type of people like, you know what? She told me she would never, and I believe she would never. No, because you still got to work, you still got to maintain, and you still got to make sure you have that influence over your woman. When that doesn't happen and you get the result of cheating, some people will take her back because she says, that was a mistake, babe. I'm sorry, whatever. And they take her back. Yeah, I'll never do that again. He meant nothing to me, and woo and all this stuff in the sunshine she promised you, and you take her back. But really, it's the result of the influence that you lost over her. That you can't bring that back. You can't bring that back. So my thing is, a weak dude to me will take a woman back and only count her for the cheating part, not for the parts where he said, hey girl, is your dude there? Okay, look, go on and fix him that whack ass dinner. Fix him some hot dogs, tell him you're tired, and come my way. Hey, did you get the hotel room? Did you put the money that he earned and y'all earned? We upgrade us to this hotel room. The nice sheets and that shower. I really want to see you give me a little shower dance. And it's all the stuff previous to me. That's the factor. And if you can't see that, to me, you're pretty weak. And I'm gonna tell you, a weak dude is always over exaggerative with no plan. Always reacting to something, but really doesn't have a plan. That's why you got a guy punching somebody in the face. You were talking to my woman, bro. You know how many people talk to your woman when you ain't there? It ain't about talking to her. It's about her response.
But see that, but it goes back to what I said earlier. They're concerned about her cheating. And that's what guys spend so much time being on defense, trying to prevent it. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear about guys say, "Oh, have a tracker on your woman's phone. Make sure she don't got no social media. Have her password. Go through her phone." All of that is the prevention of cheating, because that's what they're so worried about. But they don't understand that insecurity, it kills the relationship. You know what I'm saying? My bad, Jeremy. I cut you off. Go ahead, fam. You got it.
No, you're right, bro. It's just that all that stuff. I don't think people realize the stuff before. Like, I never got down with the term work husband. Oh, this is my work husband. Nah.
Oh, I've been to work. I've been to work. But
trust.
But I've been that guy.
Trust. I see people dropping they booze off. I was like, yeah, he dropping her off with me for the next 8 hours. Like, so, the work husband. It ain't about. Yeah, go ahead.
No, there was this chick that I used to work with, and she had a living boyfriend. They were together for like 7 years. And she literally changed how she dressed and how she did her hair once I started fucking with her. And that nigga didn't even notice. And I asked him, like, he ain't noticed that you wear your hair different and you dress different. You wear a lot more skirts now. Because I had her wearing skirts. And the reason why I had her wearing skirts, because I would have her come to my little cubicle. You know what I'm saying? I would tell her to go to the bathroom, take them drawers off, come back. And I would have her put her leg up like right there. And I'd just be finger popping right there. And she got a man she's going home to later on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, when this is about when guys be worried about cheating, like when guys be checking a chick's location. Oh, she at work. She just in Carrie's cubicle though. But she at work. She know exactly where you dropped her off at. This is why women cheat at work.
Hey, when they bring in a new dish to work, that's because Jay Roman asks, can you cook and what's for dinner, or a certain color I want them to wear to come to work and stuff. Like it's all this the influence, and I think that cats, they worry about a lot of things their woman says, but missing you are the leader of your relationship. There's certain things that you should be able to see. Fortitude and forethought is one thing I think that men should always have. A base about themselves, a strong base, and to see down the line, and to make moves about that. So that includes in all things, even along with your woman. Like if something is acting different. This cracks me up. A woman has cheated on a guy, right? And then when you start breaking down some of the movements she's been doing months before, and time before, you start to see the signs, right?
Right.
But he didn't see those signs. He didn't see the signs. Only sign he seen was when he caught her, exactly caught her. But all this other stuff he missed, and that's where I think guys have to understand a certain balance when it comes to relationships. See, a lot of times people think the game stops when you get a woman, when you get in that relationship, when you get married, and the game doesn't stop there.
Exactly.
It doesn't stop. You still have to be the man and display certain attributes and characteristics to maintain that relationship.
Facts.
So there's things that started to become a little different, but yeah, whatever. Hey, we're going to the happy hour and whatever. All right, go ahead. Okay, I'm starting to notice you kind of like to go out. Okay, well let's go out. Let's do some things. Let's let me. And everybody thinks the game is about a manipulation tactic, but to me, it's always been a communication of manhood. This is the man I am, and if you want to be in my manly world, my circle, I'm going to communicate with you in such a way that we're going to communicate with each other about a lot of different things, and we're going to react off of that stuff, and I'm going to lead that. I'm going to drive that. I'm going to leave that.
Right. There you go. Real quick, let's do these super chats. So pain thoughts and opinions.
We got a few of them.
He said bees gonna be bees, garden tools gonna be garden tools, ninjas gonna be ninjas. The quicker men realize this, the better and liberating their life become. Exactly. Shit is what it is. LeBron with the $15 super chat. He says, salute to you fellas. And then we got Zulu with the 70 czar. He says, when setting a standard on women you want, how do you become content with knowing that it could take years or a while to get it, possibly dying without getting it? Now, listen.
Wait.
Wait, stop, guys. Stop. Listen, I went to Google and I did the US dollar equivalent to what a czar is. This nigga is giving 5 cents to the chat. Okay, so I don't think we need to necessarily answer that fucking question, because 70 czar is 5 fucking US cent. Okay, so Zulu, if you got enough money to have internet and to be fucking putting typing in a chat, then that means you got money, nigga. So don't act like just because you got czar, that means you on some impoverished fourth world, fifth world shit. Okay, if you coming through here and you wanna donate, don't put the 70 just because it look good, because it say 70.00. The equivalent is 5 cents. Okay, so if you want us to really answer your fucking question, you got to do a lot better than that, my nigga. You got to do a lot better than that. And I appreciate the 5 cents, but it's not going down that way no more. And I told y'all niggas, y'all not gonna get this content nowhere else. So stop fucking disrespecting us, bro. We can leave that question right there where it's at.
Now that you just said that shit is highly offensive. You said what now?
We can leave that shit right there.
That's like going somewhere and saying, "Let me get a penny for your thoughts."
Man, listen. Guys, call in 919-647-9392, 919-647-9392. I mean, unless he could prove that he's in dire straits or I'm like, if you got internet and you got enough to fucking be in the chat, bro, then that means you got enough money to do better than that, bro. At least a couple dollars. Stop playing.
Yeah, that breaks down to
All right, so while we
$3.50.
waiting for these calls to come through, I'm gonna go ahead and
taught me something today,
Mal.
Mal.
Clips. Here's the first one.
Women look to disqualify guys during the courting process. You could really see a guy that you like, right? But if he says the wrong thing,
It's over.
this nigga not getting the box. If his breath a little stink, no box for you, stinky breath. So now, men are the opposite in a relationship, and both you ladies are. If they ever do cheat, I'm not saying that they do still love you, but they are capable of still loving you and having sex with someone else. That's what I'm saying.
I truly believe that.
On the flip side, I don't think a woman is capable of loving someone and having sex with someone else, because we all know that guy really had to qualify for her.
Yeah.
Because if he made any wrong step, she would have disqualified him. So the nigga that she done spread her legs open to and cheated on her would really qualify for her. And it's a submission act, so she submitted to another person. Since just don't perceive sex like that, it's a dominating act for us. Like, we ain't looking to replace. We can go back home and still love our girl.
What?
See, these niggas are stupid, and I'm gonna tell you why he thinks like that. The word I was going to is the word emotion. This is the mistake that guys make. A lot of guys, they think that women are naturally monogamous. That's the first mistake. And because if you think women are naturally monogamous, then by virtue of that, you're also going to think that women prefer an emotional attachment or connection to a man prior to having sex, or that at some point they automatically start getting emotionally attached to a man because of sex. That's not true. That's not true at all. I've been a side dude too many times. You know what I'm saying? Or I've dealt with chicks where the only time they called me was for a sexual rendezvous. They didn't call to speak to me. They didn't call on some how you doing type shit. So what he is saying, which is the dumbest shit, oh, if a man cheat, he could still love you, girl. But if a woman cheat, she don't love you. That's what he's saying. And what guys have to understand is that cheating is a disrespectful act, but it has nothing to do with love. Okay, love and respect are not always synonymous. Now, they can coexist together, but they're not always synonymous. The problem with guys, see, and this is the mistake that guys make. They think if it took them weeks or a month or two to get the sex, they think that that's her default setting, and that every nigga before them and after them got to do what they did to get it. That's what he's talking about, because he's talking about an act of submission. Anybody having sex is an act of submission to one degree or another. Even a woman who's a prostitute or a call girl, if she's allowing you to enter her body, although you're paying for it, there's still vulnerability with you entering a woman's body. There's still submission.
Right.
But see, guys don't understand there's levels to this shit. There is levels to sexual submission. He don't know what the fuck he talking about.
Right.
So he think just because a woman allows a guy to have sex, well, because she fucked another guy, that means she's not in love or don't love that. No. Look, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you how dumb it is. Because you have women who are in open relationships, who can have sex with multiple men, but they really love this guy right here. The rest of those guys are just stand-ins because that guy's out with another girl. So what happens, so if a woman can be in an open relationship, deal with multiple men, but be madly in love with one man, that blows that whole argument out the window.
Right.
Because see, once you put the girlfriend, wife, or fiance label on shit, everybody's mind goes crazy and it changes. No, it's the same shit. Even when you first meet a chick and y'all are just casually dating and she's fucking multiple guys and y'all get into a relationship, it's the same shit. The difference is your feelings are invested, so you tricked your mind to believe that it's something different because you made the bit special. You pedestalize her and her pussy. Y'all got it, man.
Right. Shout out to Zulu. He came back with 350. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. He got the 350 popping off in there. So 350 is equal to.
We do appreciate you, fam.
350 is equal to $19.21. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man. So let's go back to his question then. Let's get back to his, and we also got
Okay, hold on. Where did it go?
Bo Washington with the $9.99. He said, "I
Last
work
question.
60 hours a week. I don't have time to check up on my old lady and make sure she's not stepping out. No, none of us do, nigga. That's why you can't control it."
Yeah. But you know, keep
It's at 1:57 p.m. Yeah.
in relationships though. For that $9.99, Bo Washington there, you know, you got to keep up with your lady. If you choose to ride with somebody, then you know, keep up with her, and that's where the consistency comes in at. You know, you still got to be consistent in your relationship on how you treat whoever you choose to be next to, and if they choose to be next to you. So, you know, I just want to say that don't make you don't make you a sucker. It doesn't make you a sucker, but you know, make sure you spend time where time is needed.
Antonio Wing Chun with the $10 super chat. He
No,
says,
I do agree with that.
"What's up, family? Miles, Kazak, and Lucario, and Steve. So right. Tell her what you want, and she'll do the most wildest thing, even if she pees on you or her. Thanks, fam." What is he talking about? Golden shower?
Ain't nobody peeing on me, nigga.
Yeah, he's saying she'll do wild things, even you know if golden shower comes to play.
No, I was saying let's go back to.
Oh yeah, I might pee on her leg, but she ain't peeing on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't do that, nigga.
I'll pee on her leg in the shower, but I
appreciate you.
Let's go back to Zulu's question from before, from one I guess 12:57 for
The
you.
very first one.
Yeah, when he said when setting a standard on women you want, how do you become content with knowing it?
I see right there.
Yeah. And True
He said
Savage,
possibly dying without getting it.
And True Savage with the $20 super chat as well. And all right, cool. All right, so yeah, when setting the standard on women you want, how do you become content with knowing that it could take years or a while to get it, or possibly dying without getting it? Well, see,
are you talking about? I know you're talking about sex. Please tell me you ain't talking about that. Yeah,
I think he's just talking about if you have a certain standard for women to be in your life and they are not displaying it, and he's going through multiple women that doesn't display the standard, you know, how do you become content knowing that it might take years, you know, without getting this style of whatever women? That's the question I read in that now.
Okay, so let's assume that it's that for a moment. This is what I would say. Me personally, when I'm dating, I'm not looking for anything in particular other than a good time. So I'm not thinking into the future as to I don't believe in looking for girlfriends or I don't believe in looking for relationships. That's just my personal viewpoint. I don't believe in doing that. So for me, when I deal with women, they all go in the basement. That's where they go, which is fuck buddy. All of them go in the basement. Now, I could see a woman that has potential, and I can say, all right, hold on. Is she working with a little something? So I can see the potential in her where I feel like, damn, this might be a woman I can deal with past just sex. But I still got to do my due diligence and put her in the basement with the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got to police myself and make sure that I stay true to my standards and my principles. So I'm not worried about her living up to anything in particular, because if she don't do what I need her to do in the interim, she going anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because I have, like, I'll give you an example. I have 4 levels of consideration: fuck buddy, homie lover friend, a chick that I kick it with past just sex, girlfriend, and wifey. So in all those categories, I treat women distinctly differently, depending on who they are to me and what they mean to me. So I'm not looking to elevate anyone before they're meant to be elevated. Mm-hmm. They have to be there for a moment, and they have to exhibit that they can play their position for an extended period of time, and then I'll reevaluate it as time goes on, whether it be a couple months, few months, whatever it may be. So I'm not worried about it being years, because I'm not looking for anything other than just a good time in the beginning. But y'all got it.
I'll say that I think the problem with the statement is that he's putting the standard on the women instead of putting the standard on himself. You understand? Because if you understand certain aspects of the game, you understand that it's really not the standard, as it were. The idea of the standard is all about you, because when all the woman has to do is be coachable. Do you understand? So it's really not about a standard in a woman. You have to be able to understand your standards for yourself and just go out and meet different women. Do you understand? Now, if you meet a woman who you have some type of chemistry compatibility with, and y'all get along, y'all talk and shit clicks, she don't even know necessarily that she's about to start working on becoming a part of your standard. You understand? But it's up to you to bring her into the situation, like you were saying just now, K-Zag. You bring her into the situation, and slowly but surely you build her up to the standard, and she shows you consistency through time. This is what we talk about when we talk about the vetting process. And any of y'all want to know more about the vetting process, you got to go to badboymembership.com. Go holler at Mr. Lucario, badboymembership.com. There's a whole video breaking down the entire vetting process. Now, again, this is the problem with most dudes. You think that women have standards. You think that there are women out there that have a certain standard and you're just looking for a woman with. No, we did a show on this yesterday. Women do not come pre-made. Women are molded by men. The only thing you need to know is if a woman is interested in you enough to be moldable, to follow your lead. You understand? So the most important part, Zulu, is for you to understand who the fuck you are, understand the standard that you want for yourself, and then just have a good time meeting different women. And then when you find that woman that has an understanding, that's able to be molded, that's able to be coached, then you can bring her under your wing and say, yeah, you know how sometimes they talk about grooming. It's the same shit. I don't give a fuck how old the bitch is. You got to groom all of them. You know, a lot of people love to act like grooming is just for youngins. No, that's not. You got to groom all females. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know,
you got a 50-year-old chick. She getting groomed too.
Exactly. No, all of them is getting groomed, regardless. All of them.
Yeah. Groomed too. Because it's Carrie's way. It's not their way.
Exactly.
So I think they coming with me and they're coming into my life. They got to get groomed.
And guys, remember, y'all could call in 919-647-9392.
Yeah, I think if you Zulu, take what Zag said, take what Miles said, and put that together, and that's your starting process right there. You know, I think what we're missing sometimes is a lot of these guys want love and relationships,
right?
And that's their starting point, and so their process is always starting there. You know, they're seeing the end result and they want to get there quickly. How do I hold her to standards and see that she has standards? And the thing is, you cannot tell them the standard that you're looking for, because they will do that for the time being. You have to let it happen where you vent them and see it in themselves. You can state what
some real shit.
You could. They will change for you, but it won't be them. So, like you said, you have fun. You can't feel lonely because you are a person of substance, standard yourself. You got goals. You're consistent with everybody around you. You got things going on for yourself. So you don't have time to feel lonely. You're going to meet people. You're going to enjoy the interaction. If you see that they can hold themselves and listen to you and go from there, like Miles was saying, then you're moving on. Like Zag was saying, you're meeting people. You're having fun times and actually looking at it and seeing and judging it. Because my characteristic as a man, you got to have forethought. You know what you kind of want, but that cannot rule your interaction, because you never control another person.
Right.
Just because you want a relationship, you want that. You can't control the other person and put them on the starting block and be like, all right, go. Okay, did she pass this test? All right, did she pass that? Because it's not genuine. You're not even being genuine, because you're coming from a place of just full judgment and not actually relaxing with the person, seeing who they naturally are. Because women are intuitive. I believe that they read the room pretty well too. They can read that room. Like, oh, okay, this guy's a little more serious. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna be a little more serious.
Better than most men.
You know, this guy's a little more sexual, so I'm gonna be a little more sexual.
It's
levels.
Yeah. It's levels. So, you got some women that are coachable for certain things. You understand? Like I've had women in my life where She's coachable she listens to directions. She shows up for dates. She dresses like how I wanted to dress. The sex is good. Everything is good. But she don't fucking listen when I tell her anything else. You understand? Like I'll give some financial advice. I'm saying, hey, remember that thing I suggested to you the other day for you to start doing with your money? Did you start doing that yet? Excuses. And I realized, okay, you're only coachable to a certain extent, and that's where I'll keep you. You're fine. You get what I'm saying? Then you got other women who they're all in. Like they've read your brochure and they would like to know more. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it just depends on the woman. Like you. But again, it's really about you setting your standard, because when you set your standard when your standard is set, the employee of the month will show themselves, and the nigga that needs to be fired next week will show himself too. You get what I'm saying? You look at yourself like a Fortune 500 company. The employee of the month, your highest selling salesman, will appear. You will see that motherfucker and say, by the end of the year, I'm gonna give you a nice bonus and promotion. But the nigga that you gotta fire at least in a couple of weeks, I gotta get rid of this nigga. You understand? He'll show himself too. You understand? And that's so when your standards are set,
you can tell.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So Zulu is really all about you knowing who you are and then going out there and having a good time meeting different females.
Yeah. One of the biggest things I did for myself.
Yeah, we still good on calls. Guys, call in 919-647-9392. 919-647-9392. Go ahead, call in.
All right, I got another clip, Jay Roman, if you get done.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, let me go ahead and get into it. Where's it at? Is it right there? Yeah, it's right here.
Recreation.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I was hoping you were going to say they're not getting their needs fulfilled. They want to feel like a man. That's a female
answer. That's a woman.
Thank you. That's a fucking female answer. What are you talking about? See, guys know that sex is fun.
Happened?
Huh? Hello?
Was there more to the video?
Yeah, was there more to the video? Did we miss something?
Well, ain't the video played already?
Yeah.
Video played? See, my internet is so fucked up, I couldn't even see it.
Okay, play it again.
But y'all saw it. But go ahead, Miles, you got it. If y'all saw it, I already know what it said. You got it.
Okay, yeah. So I was just saying that because I think the woman asked him, why do men? I think the question was, why do men cheat? And he said his answer was recreation, and the woman was surprised, and she was like, recreation? I thought you was gonna say it was because your needs weren't being fulfilled and all that shit. And he looked at her and he was like, nah, that's a female answer. You understand? And most dudes who are dudes, right? They don't pedestalize sex. They just enjoy sex. Just like what I was talking about before. Like K-Zagan always says, you enjoy shit till it's not enjoyable anymore. Same thing with sex. There's no reason to pedestalize sex and let it run you and control your emotions and make you want to fucking check up on your old lady because you think she might be cheating on you and all this bullshit. It's like, nah, enjoy sex for what it is. Because see, the thing is that a lot of guys, man, there are guys out there in relationships, right? They call a girl every day, right? But the fucked up part is they're not calling her because they want to speak to her. They're calling her because they want to check up on her. You see what I'm saying? These niggas, they FaceTime they bitch.
Show me the room when we FaceTime.
Yeah, they FaceTime they bitch. Not because they want to see they bitch. Or they want to see their bitch face. They FaceTime they bitch because they want to make sure that she's not with another nigga. Now, my thing is this. Whenever you're doing something for any other reason than the reason that you should be doing it for, you fucked up somewhere. You understand? So it's the same thing where there's a lot of people out there, like there's a lot of women and a lot of emotional men who act like bitches. They're not fucking because they actually enjoy sex. They're fucking because they're trying to compete with every other nigga she fucked in her body count. Do you understand what I'm saying? Carrie froze, I think. So there's a lot of guys out there where they're having a bunch of sex, but they're not even enjoying themselves necessarily because they're only doing it because they're in their minds, they're competing with all the dudes in her possible body count. You understand? And it's actually a pitiful thing, because think of how you're going through life. Like, you're doing so many things for disingenuous reasons, and you're doing the things that you're doing for every other reason other than the real reason the shit was created for. Like, FaceTime was created for you to be able to see the person when you talk to them from a distance through technology. But no, you FaceTiming your bitch because you want to make sure that she ain't hanging out with another nigga. Frozen is a skill set.
You know what's crazy? And I mentioned this before,
Hey,
because I mentioned this before. I came through a lot of stuff and experiences to get to the game.
Right.
You know, so I can understand the lameness of this. I can understand it, been through it. When you talk about cheating, that means you're in a relationship. And even in a relationship, you don't control anybody. You don't you don't stop anything. It doesn't matter how many times you check a phone or how many times you go somewhere. It don't stop anything. And one of the biggest advice my brother gave me when I was on my lameness doing some stuff, and he told me, and it changed me right there, because, you know, got off of my own coolness, you know, being fresh. In fact, when me and this young lady, after we split up, we went and hung out, and we had a good time. And she said, see, you know, where's this person been at in the relationship? You know what I'm saying? And you know, and it made me upset. Like, motherfucker, I was fresh before I met you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened in the midst of our relationship where I changed and became not the guy, not this fresh dude, not the dude that was me. And that's because the mindset of being too much involved, not in the relationship, but in trying to control the person. And my brother told me something when I was doing something lame. He said, if you got to do this, your shit is fucked up already to begin with. And that woke me up.
See? You see?
To the person where it was like, oh, you know what, bro? You right. Like, I don't even know why I'm doing this stuff. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't need to know a reason. I don't need to know the cause, the root of square 13. Who gives a... It's time to move on, because I'm seeing myself act a certain way. I get more upset when I act out of character, out of my own self and my own judgment, than anything else. And so I understand the lameness that it takes to be so worried about your girl cheating that you want to call her and you want her to text you at a certain time and you want her to do certain things and don't do certain things. That don't stop nothing. It doesn't stop anything. And once you get past that and start understanding what you need to do for yourself, not only will your relationship be a lot better, but you will be a lot cooler in your relationship. You will be better for yourself.
That's it. I'm telling you. You got to focus on yourself, man. You got to focus on yourself, man. I swear.
I did a stakeout. I did the lane. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna open up and tell y'all, because I just said this before on the podcast show with me and my cousin. Me and my cousin 1950 used to have this podcast show called the Raw and Uncut Podcast Show. Right. And so, you know, basically, somebody I was living with, we was living together for some years, and something started acting kind of funny. Right. Now the thing is, you know, yeah, your boy was out there dipping, doing my own
Real quick,
thing.
can y'all hear me?
But yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
But, you know, and so some started acting a little different, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I worked at night. Mm-hmm. And so we would get this time period because she would take the staff meeting, and then after that staff on that certain day, they all went out to a bar or something.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you catch a little feeling of something. Like, hold on, something ain't right. Something's going on. And so I talked to her. I'm a straight up person. Yo, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm seeing. What's up? Oh, nothing. You know, the sky is still blue and blah, 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 blah. I love you and all this other stuff. You know, all right. Anyway, situation continues. Something ain't right. So I'm going to do a stakeout. On this meeting and this bar, you know, and I'm giving y'all the fast version of this. You know, right. I ain't going to go through all the details, and I'm giving you fast version.
Right.
And so I call my brother. I say, hey, man, this is what's going down. I need to know what's happening on this day. because it's coming in really late and blah blah blah. And my brother said, "All right, man, I'll come sit with you for a little bit." Now my brother came, and this is one of my brothers where we would go out together. We would kick it, we would go, we 1994 Freaknik. We done been, we had a lot of good times together, me and my bro. And he sat in the car with me, and he's like, "Look, I got a date. I got a real good date I'm about to get to in about 45 minutes. So I'm gonna sit here for about 30, then I'm out."
Right.
And so he sat there for 30, and he was like, "Okay, so what's going on?" So I told him what's going on. He's like, "Yeah, I see." And before he left, he said, "I'm gonna leave you with this. Man, if you gotta do this, shit already fucked up, bro. It's already done. It's already messed up." And that was the light bulb, right there. I might have sat after he left. I might have sat for 10 minutes more, and then I cut out.
Right.
And the weight that came off of my shoulder, because what happened was me getting back to me. Yes. Right. It was me, like, because before I met you, I was fresh. Dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, confidence on 22, on 10. Like you have a certain vibe about yourself, a certain feel about yourself, and yeah, we all got our Simp Chronicles, man. That's why I say, but I learn from mine. So that's the problem with other people. They don't learn from theirs, D-Money. I see your comment. It's definitely simping, but, I learn from my simp moments. And so, after that, the whole vibe, it wasn't even 20 minutes later. It wasn't even the next day. It was after hearing the comment, 10 minutes of really thinking about it, that I went home. I packed all her stuff up, dropped it off at her mom's house, changed the locks. I lied to the people at the rental agency and was like, they was like, "Hey, you can't really kick her out." I said, "Hey, man," it was this guy. I said, "Hey, man, she don't live here no more."
Right.
He's like, "Well, technically, you can't kick her out," because me and the rental dude was pretty cool.
Right.
Only because my girl was high at the time. And I'm quite sure he was trying to be Mr. Funny in front of her. But and I said, "Well, she don't live here, bro." And he was like, "I can't tell her she can't live here." And I said, "Well, do this for me. Here's the rent money for next month. Just tell her it's all paid up and you're good."
Right.
And so, she was very smart, and she went down to the rental agency because she didn't want to be split up. And she was like, "Hey, you can't kick me out." And he told her, she went straight down there. He told her, "Well, he pays the rent money, so we're good." And then that was it. But yeah, I dropped her stuff out at her mom's house. Hey, move on with your life. Have fun with yourself. Be great.
That's it.
But the most important thing is the feeling. That feeling of not caring. That feeling of like, you know what? I'm back to me.
I had that catharsis the last time that I ever checked a woman's phone. I had that catharsis, bro. I had that fucking catharsis where, and I don't even remember if I found anything in the fucking in her phone, bro. But I know I had this. It felt like I was I was holding something, bro. It felt heavy on me, like I'm looking through her phone, like because she was like sleeping. And I had I caught the phone. And I don't even think she had a code on it or whatever. And I'm looking through the phone, and she would like how people in they sleep and they would like cough and turn over and shit. Then I would put the phone down and act like I was doing. And then when she started to like breathe deep again and snore a little bit, I'm back in the phone. And then I just said to myself, "Bro, what are you doing?
What? Yeah.
The fuck are you doing? If it's really that bad, then you don't need to be with her. But you know the reasons why you fucking with her, so fuck with her for those reasons and enjoy it. And that's that." I put the fucking phone down. I said to myself, "Nigga, you will never, ever go through a woman's phone ever again."
Yep.
And from that day on, once I decided to never go through a woman's phone again, I also decided to never question a woman again.
Yeah, because it don't matter. And
I always said to myself, I'm only gonna have instructions for women, bro. Only gonna have instructions.
Boom. And it's a different feeling, and that's why I tell folks, it ain't that I wasn't born like this. I came through some stuff to be like this. And I got people at work, they ask me some questions because this is who I am, day, night, on the show, not on the show. They ask me questions, and it's just like, yo, it's very simple for me. I learn from my mistakes, but hey, I think we got a caller, or let's get to the
Real
chat.
quick,
Yeah,
y'all call
when
out the super
you
chat?
do that, just go. Did we go? Did we call out the super chat?
Yeah,
Dave
let me
G.
do it. Dave G with the $7.99.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, a chick will engage in disrespectful deal breaker behavior before you suspect or find out she's having sex with someone else. There are things that happen that will show you that a woman really ain't feeling you like that. It doesn't always mean it's gonna be that she's cheating, but regardless of the fact, she out of there. But y'all got it.
Yeah. All right. So let's do so 469. You're on live on the Manhunt is a Skill Set Show. What's going on?
Yo, this is Keith, 32, calling out of Dallas Fort Worth area.
All right. Hey man, thanks for giving us information without me saying it, man. Appreciate that.
All right. What's up, Miles, K-Zag, J. Roman?
Yeah, man. What's on your mind, man? Appreciate
What's
you,
up?
man.
What's up?
What's up?
Hey,
Salute, fam.
I want to give you the question, but it'll make more sense if I explain what I'm talking about. Like,
No. Just get the question first.
but okay, my question is, what do you do? Like, okay, what do you do? Like, let's say you holler at a chick and she works somewhere, and you go to that restaurant all the time. You finally talk to her outside of work. And then all of a sudden, you go back to the restaurant and she ain't there no more. And that keeps happening over and over again.
Wait, what you mean that keeps happening over and over again?
It keeps happening over and over again. Like every time.
So it don't matter.
With multiple women?
At different restaurants?
Yeah, in different situations. Let's say I frequent a restaurant and a chick works there, and then every time I see her every day, like all of a sudden I see her outside of the restaurant, then I holler at her then. Then all of a sudden I come back and she don't work there no more.
Okay.
Right.
Let me talk to him. Okay, hold on. So how many times has that actually happened though? Give us a specific number.
A good handful of times.
A number.
Goddamn.
A number of times.
Give us a number. A roundabout number, bro.
If I could give a guess, like maybe like, I don't know, somewhere around 5 or 6 times.
Wait. These are 5 or 6 different women?
Yeah, different situations, different women.
Okay.
Are you stalking them, bro?
Hold on. Let me talk to him. So yeah, I'm about to get to that. So let me ask you a question. So when you holler at them, you said outside of work. So do you get their number while they're working? How do you exchange information?
Well, I keep it like casual back and forth when I see them at their job.
Bro, do me a favor, bro. Do me a favor. My internet bugging, so I don't have time for like the long explanation. Just say like when you meet them at their job, how do you guys exchange phone numbers right away, or do you spend a lot of time trying to talk to them first?
No, I don't ask for their number. I don't give them mine or anything like that when they're working.
So how do y'all end up linking up outside of work then? What happens? Explain that to us, please.
No, if I just randomly see them out and about, like I just randomly see them, like, it's you from the restaurant. How you doing? Or like that type of thing.
So these women that you're running into that quit their jobs, did you have sex with any one of these women?
No.
Yeah, I got it, 'cause this don't make no sense.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay, listen. I'm gonna go through a set of questions, and this just to kind of get the whole scenario here. Do you go to the restaurant mainly to see them? Like, does this restaurant become a frequent spot?
Nah, it's nothing like that. It ain't no stalker shit. It's just me going to the restaurant because I like the food. It's not like a everyday
No.
to see that particular woman.
Yeah. So, how often would you go to the restaurant in a week span?
Times a week.
How many times a week?
2 to 3 times a week on average. Like if it's a good restaurant, I like the food, and then I'll just stop going for a while.
He in Fort Worth, Texas too.
Okay.
Yeah, Dallas Fort Worth. Yeah.
Is that a small town? Is it fairly
Oh,
big? Is it
Oh, it's a metropolitan. No, it's huge.
See,
okay?
the only thing I would say is that restaurant work has a quick turnover, bro. So
Yeah.
coincidence.
And then how do you where are you meeting them? Where are you running into them outside of work? Like, is that a grocery store? Is it at the gym?
at the mall, like the Walmart, the mall, places like that.
I think if this is the story in totality here, to me, it's just a coincidence that you're seeing them, and because like Miles was saying, at a restaurant, it turned over the job a lot. But you're talking about 5 or 6 times, man. That to me is like,
that don't seem like a coincidence.
No, like it seems stalkerish.
Well, hold on. Well, let me ask him this. Well, let me ask him this, Jay Roman. So you said it happened 5 or 6 times. And what time frame? 3 months, 6 months? How? What's the time frame of the 5 or 6 times happening?
Oh, well, between the time that I moved to Texas all the way up until now, so like within that 8-year time frame.
8 years? Nigga. Okay, all right. I'm thinking it's gonna be a good matter of months. Okay, let me ask you a question.
Wait. So you're talking about 5 or 6 situations over an 8-year span, homie?
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Restaurant jobs have heavy turnaround, my nigga.
Yeah.
It's not that serious. I thought you were saying like in the last couple months it happened.
And you still go to these restaurants, right?
That's what I was thinking.
I'm saying like these situations keep happening like all the time. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying.
Do you still go? Do you still go to these restaurants?
Yeah, I still go to this restaurant even when they gone.
Okay, so my thing is this: maybe you might want to say something earlier, shoot her your number, and then go from there. Because restaurants have a high turnover rate. You might not see her again.
Oh, okay. Well, I just so pretty much what you're saying is this is all in my head. Like I'm just overthinking it.
Bro, you said this has happened 5 or 6 times over 8 years. That is less than, if you break it down on average, that's less than once a year. That is less than once a fucking year. Restaurants have heavy turnaround, bro. People who are servers and cashiers and chefs at these little restaurants all around, they don't do that type of job because that's what they really want to do with their life. They do that because they're trying to make a little bit of money until they business or their career or whatever get off the ground, brother. You're dealing with a situation that people just take these jobs temporarily, homie. That's like saying, oh, I took a ride with an Uber driver, and then the next time I tried to get an Uber, it was a different person. Like, bro, it's not like that, bro. You talking about a heavy turnaround market, and you talking about over the course of 8 years? Come on, man. Are you serious?
So when has you last time you seen somebody at a restaurant, a server there for 8 years?
No, I'm not saying they worked there for 8 years.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like most servers, the longest I ever seen a server really consistently work somewhere, unless it was like a second gig and this is what they were doing. So I'm gonna tell you what I used to do, because in the service industry, women are going to get hit at pretty much all the time, especially if they're cute. In fact, some of them are kind of weighing in on it because that's how they get their tips, right? You got a cute server, she probably is making some pretty decent tips. So, I used to write my number on the back of the receipt, tell her, if we were cute, if we were flirting with each other and vibing a little bit, I write my number on the back of the receipt. I let her know that, hey, I say, hey, I know you can't give me your number because blah, blah, blah. Either way, I don't really want her number anyway. I write a number on the back of the receipt, and I'm out of there. And next time if I go to the restaurant, I don't say anything to her. Like, I'm not trying to be set in her area or nothing. I'm just going to the restaurant, And so that's that. If she call you, she call you. If she don't, she don't.
That's
Well, I
I
do
still
have
do
one
that, J. I still write my number on the back of my seat.
previous situation. Go ahead.
But hold on, caller. Give me a second. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you right now.
I can hear you.
Okay, my shit is bugging, so it's tripping me out. Caller, let me ask you this question. So when you run into them, do you hit on them? Do you try to get at them? Because if you said that, I miss all of that shit. Do you actually try to get at them?
No, no. Once I finally see them outside of the restaurant that they work at, then that's when I try to get at them.
Okay, in what way can you
Real,
give us
like,
a scenario?
hey,
Can you give us a scenario? The last situation that happened where the chick all of a sudden abruptly quit. Can you kind of give us a rundown of what you said to her?
I said, "Hey, yo, yeah, it's good to finally see you outside of the place, the taco place. So, I've been thinking that since I finally got you outside of work, we can go hit up this spot." And then, so she was like, pretty much like, "Nah, I'm good, but thank you though."
Uh-huh.
And what did you do after that?
I walked off. I was like, "Okay, cool, no problem. You know, I'll see you at the place."
All right. Because typically when women quit, there's a couple of reasons why, like assuming that it wasn't a coincidence, there's a couple of reasons women might quit. One, they fear for their safety. Two, if they already been fucking you and they got a man and they fear you're gonna blow their spot because they man show up to the restaurant sometimes too. Because maybe you're a little sloppy with your shit. But you said you ain't been smashing. So I think Miles he basically said, man, I think it's just in your head, bro. It's a coincidence.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, you pedestalizing these hoes too much, and in the last 8 years, you thinking that them leaving the job got something to do with you. That's all this shit is. Again, when you're not focused on yourself, you become weak. You become weak in mind and in thought and in words and action.
And they might think it's kind of creepy by saying, "Hey, I finally get to see you outside of woody woody whoop," because they might be wondering how come you never said nothing. Why you see me every day at work, or you see me at work?
That could be it too.
You know,
women will think you're scary if you wait.
Yeah. So my thing is like,
finally hit on them later.
You know, are you staring at them? You know, when they at their job, like there's a whole bunch of things come to play that ain't no need to worry about if you just.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why it don't matter, because he tried to get at them and they weren't interested anyway. So why does it matter if they quit or not? They're not. They weren't interested. So I mean, maybe he liked looking at them or some shit, and then he couldn't look at them walk away from the table when they got served or something.
I felt the reason why I felt some type of way. I feel like maybe they looking at me like I'm some type of like weirdo or something like that. Like that's how I look at it. Like,
well, you come in their job every day. You come in their job 3 times a week. This is from just hearing what you're saying. You come in their job 3 times a week, and then maybe on month 2 you run into them outside, and finally you say something. I mean, we're grown here. If that's a grown person, you're a grown person. I don't care if they at work. I'll get at somebody at work. My thing is that I'm not going to make it loud and showy to get anybody in trouble, but I'll slide you my number. Here you go. If she calls, she calls. She don't, she don't. That's it. That's the end of it.
Yeah, my thing is, bro. Don't worry about that shit no more. At the end of the day, if you're interested in a young lady and she come by and serve you, like Jay Roman says he's doing, I still do it to this day. You know, hit her up. You know, put the digits and let her know. Let her know, hey, you know, give me a call sometime. You know what I'm saying? And we can get together outside of work, right?
I just
let her know that. Why?
Like interrupt their work. So I ain't want to do all that.
Yeah, but you sit there staring at her though,
bro. But see, yeah,
I'm not staring at nobody, bro.
Nah, man, you staring at her, man. Like,
bro. Women. Sometimes women can tell if you're interested. Like I think guy at table number 8, he keep looking at me. He keep looking at me. Or one of the other waitresses or waiters or servers may see you staring at her ass when she walk away, and they may point it out. You know, you never know.
And then you come in there 3 times a week, staring at her.
I won't deny I do stare at the ass when they walk away. I'm not going to deny that.
I already knew you did. That's why I said that. I already knew what you was doing, bro. But somebody else another server or waiter or waitress might see you doing that, and they might.
Are you eating there by yourself too?
So,
yeah.
And you staring at them? Come on, it's getting weirder.
No, I'm not, bro. Come on now.
Hey man, you're eating there by yourself. That means you're not talking to anybody. You're ordering food and staring at people in the restaurant, and your waitress is one of them that you find attractive, that you finally talk to when you see her out. But you've been going and seeing her and staring at her for the last, 3 times a week. I'm just saying this so you kind of understand how women might think when it comes to this situation. Now, it may not be in reality what it is for you.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, J. Ron.
You understand what I'm saying, caller?
And I get what you're saying now.
Because most people don't go to the same spot 3 times a week unless it's a bar or something, right? Unless it's the bar and they walk in and the bartender knows their name and they're usually friendly with everybody, not just the waitress and, everybody, hey, what's up? But you go into a restaurant 3 times a week, sit in the booth staring at your waitress and stuff, like, it comes...
To your point, J. Roman, to your point. See, if he was going two or 3 times a week and he had a good rapport with the ladies, like he was the real flirty customer, but all the ladies really liked him kind of shit, and then he ran into him, oh, what's up, girl? It might be different. But if you come in 2 or 3 times a week and just sitting there quiet as fuck.
Manal, there's one other female that works there where like when we conversate, it's like real cool, like, so it's kind of like, and I still see her.
You think it's real cool. Yeah, you think it's real, bro. You got to remember,
like, do you know the cook?
Industry. So even if women feel weirded out by you, they still gonna be cool with you because they're getting the tip. So don't never assume that it is what you think it is, because the proof is in the pudding. When you catch them, when you meet them outside of the job and you try to talk to them, they ain't really trying to holler at you. So that's how they really feel about you. Think about that.
It feel kind of creepy, dog. I'm just letting you know you're going to a restaurant 3 times out the week.
Okay, well, let me ask you this question, Jerome. Like, how do I conduct myself, like, from this point on? Like, if I'm ever at a restaurant and it's some chick that works there that's bad,
I don't condone any of this fucking conversation, bro. I don't think this is a conducive or productive conversation at all, nigga. Go get your fucking food, mind your business, and then eat your shit and go the fuck back home, my nigga. Like, what are we doing? What are we talking about right now? Huh? What are you pedestalizing these bitches that work at these spots for, homie? Hello?
I don't look at it as really pedestalizing.
So why are you thinking about them? Why are you even thinking about them to call us and ask about them, bro?
Because the reason why is because I was trying to figure out if maybe I was saying something I wasn't aware of or doing something I wasn't aware of.
Nigga, stop. You going into an establishment and spending your money to get food, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, that's all you need to be worried about. The fuck are you doing worried about these bitches and what they thinking about you and how you carry yourself and blah? Nigga, you come into the spot, you spend your fucking money, you get your fucking food, then you go about your fucking business. If you happen to say hi and bye to one of these bitches during passing, okay, but that's it.
I do agree with Miles, bro. You putting a little too much on it.
Got off into all that. I had a question that kind of relates to that.
Okay, what's the question, brother? Please get to the question, because I'm tired of pedestalizing these fucking bitches.
All right, now let's say if I'm at a restaurant and I do actually try to, let's say she didn't quit after I try to holler at her, and then I see her again. Now all of a sudden, like, even though I'm being normal, like ordering my food and keeping it going, like her reaction is kind of like off.
Bro, let me tell you something.
Okay. I got it.
No.
Hold on.
No, y'all had it. Y'all had it. I got it. Hold on. Let me tell you something. And I'll tell you, you same lame ass niggas. Hold on. Let me just do this. Mr. Emmanuel with the $19.99 super chat. He says salute to the panel. And then we also have Hayes with the $9.99, I think, pound. I always forget the fucking if it's euro or pound. But Hayes with the $9.99 is pound, right? Or is it? That's pound. Yeah, that's pound. All right. Listen.
Yeah, that's a pound.
I have a bar that is literally 2 blocks from my crib, bruh. 2 blocks. It's a very nice place, right? And the women that work there See me come in with that's where I meet pretty much all my fucking dates. You hear me? And I have hollered at every bitch at that fucking establishment. Every chick that looks attractive to me, I have hollered at. And every fucking time I go in there with a brand new date, I order my drink, I say hello, hey, how you been? And I go back to my date and I have my good time. Because I don't give a fuck about what nobody thinks. Because I'm focused on me. Why would I give a fuck what a bitch thinks? Yes, I'ma holler at you. I think you're attractive. You not feeling me? I still gotta come get my food though. I don't give a fuck what you think. Serve my goddamn food. Fuck we think? Why are we worried about what these women think?
I gotta agree. Caller, you're making it something that it's not.
Stop it.
Miles is absolutely right.
If this is your spot, then everybody should know you, man.
Well, he's already in his head. Well, what if I holler? See, you're the type of guy, you're gonna make it weird. You're the type of guy that you holler at your coworker and she go to HR. Cause you make it weird. Okay.
Yo, I'm gonna give you a story. Let me give you a story. I'm gonna give you a story with one of the chicks especially, right? One of the chicks especially that I hollered at. And she always be changing her hair up and stuff, right? The time that I hollered at her, she had red hair. And I said, yo, I really love your hair. And then we started getting a conversation. And I was on a date at the time. I was on a date. And I came to the bar. She's a bartender at the spot. I came to the spot. Came to the bar, ordered my drink, and I started talking about how much I loved her hair. And then I said, listen, take my number and take my number and text me. Cause I'd love to see you outside of here one day while I'm on a date. She texted me. Okay, so I said, all right, I got you locked in. I'm gonna set something up for this Thursday. The following day, I texted her about Thursday. She never replied. Okay? Now, that girl still works at the bar today. Up to, I think it was last week. Last week, I went out I had a date. And she had to come by and serve me and my date water and all of this shit. And every time I see her, hey, how you doing? How you been? I see you change your hair color again. Everything cool? All right. Thanks for the water. I appreciate it. And I'll take a tequila. Hey, you got Casamigos back there? Yeah, let me get a Casamigos and you got some whiskey? Yeah, let me get that. All right, cool. Appreciate you. How you been? Everything cool? Boom, boom, boom. And she still has to fucking serve me and my date our drinks. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, and you know, after that situation where she texted me and then I texted her to try to set up a date and she never texted me back, I never went back to her and said, hey, what happened? Why didn't you text me? Blah, blah, blah.
I'm still waiting for your text.
Her not texting me back gave me my fucking answer. We don't need to go there anymore. You see me, I'm here with a brand new date. And you've seen me come here with the last 3 fucking dates too. Y'all niggas actually give a fuck what these females think? Come on, man. Stop, man. Stop it.
But you know what it really is? You know what it really is, though? It's because they don't know how to have a regular conversation with a woman without getting, rejected. And I hate to use the word rejection, but what it is guys get weird. They act weird. Like, number one, I would tell you guys, don't fuck with chicks at your job. But when I was younger, and, there'll be chicks at my job I would fuck with and we would smash. And there would be other chicks that wasn't interested. But they never acted funny with me because I didn't act funny.
Because you didn't
holler at a chick.
Exactly.
And I never had no problems. I never had no one report me. And even when I would see the chick, we would still chop it up. I'm like, how you doing, girl? How you doing?
Man, I mess with somebody at every job I had.
Yeah, but it would be. But my point is though, even after I hollered at the shorty, after that it would be just regular. She wouldn't act funny. I wouldn't act funny. because the way I came at her was he came at me. He think I'm cute. He hollered at me. I'm not interested, but he's chill about it though. See, when you like, it's kind of like this. If you holler at the chick and then you stare at her every day after that, you just stare and gawk at her. Now you acting weird with it. Or you going out of your way to try to avoid her, or when you do talk to her, you got this attitude with you and shit. Now you acting funny. But I got it.
Yeah, I don't do that.
And trust, I don't think a woman gonna give up no job just because of you. she probably making some financial moves for herself.
Bruce the second said with the 999.
How many on calls?
He said y'all on it today. Yeah, he the only one so far. He the only one. Guys, y'all could call in.
I got one more clip I want to play.
Okay, you got another clip.
Caller can stay on the line, but I got one more clip I want to play before we hit our time and shit.
Yeah, got you. Go ahead.
And with this clip, well, I just play the clip before my internet go out and shit, because my shit be tripping like that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Said nothing been working well. All right. Okay.
Get off that nigga. Get off that nigga. I've been kissing you. You've been sucking on other nigga fucking dick. You've been sucking on the fucking nigga dick. Yo, just get off that nigga right now. Get off that nigga right now. Just get off of him, Elizabeth. Michael, get up. Michael, no. Why the fuck you cheating on me? Michael, can you close the door and leave, please, so we can leave? This your shit? This your shit? Why are you cheating on me? Answer the question. Michael. Answer the question. Let me talk to Why not? Answer the question. Why are you cheating on me? I don't fucking love you. Can you just leave? Just get
That shit.
Man, that is comical.
I'm gonna let y'all
he said, can you get off of her? Can you get off of her? Can you get off of her right now? I'm trying to have a serious conversation with you. Can you get off her?
Yo, let them finish. That's a bitch ass nigga right there. He need to let them finish.
Oh man.
We got 347. 347, you on live with K Zag and J Roman and Miles on the Manhead is a Skill Set Show. What's up? Name Age City. What's up?
What's up, D Money? New York.
D Money, New York. What's up, son? Yo, what's up, son? What's on your mind, son?
Real quick, D Money. Hold on. Money Mitch with the 10. Miles spitting that fire. Of course, with that nigga. Anyway, man.
All right. So
yeah.
Yo, go ahead, D Money.
Yeah, Jay Roman was saying he put the girl out. I was confused, like, why did he put her out? What happened? Because I was moving around, so I didn't hear the full story. Because I just want to understand why that happened.
Oh, I don't know what she was or was not doing. The fact was that I wasn't me, and so she had to go. Like I never found out if she did or did do anything. You know, it just. You know, when you stop caring and you really start getting back to yourself and work, you'll make moves for yourself. And that was the move for myself. She had to go.
Wait, hold on. So was she holding you back or what? Because I'm confused. Like, how you do that though?
Okay, I didn't know what she was doing. She was acting funny. And so I went to go see what she was doing. My brother gave me some words of advice. I heeded those words. Felt different about myself, realized that, hey, I didn't care what she was or was not doing. I never found out if she did or did not do anything. The thing is, she was acting different. It wasn't to my program, so she had to go. And that was just as simple. Never asked about it. Never. That was it. So some guys need to see it. Some guys, I gotta know exactly if she's cheating to say she's cheating or not. You acting different is all I need. Exactly. You not being consistent with me. You not following what I need you to do. You know that's what I need.
That's the only thing that fucking matters, man.
And then if you were, you know, some of y'all become the guy later on in life. But if at a younger age. Me and my fellas, we was rocking and rolling and we had a certain vibe about ourselves. And when you move differently yourself, it's a whole relief off your shoulders when you get back to yourself. You're like, man, I ain't this type of dude.
Right.
I ain't this simping type of dude where I'm sitting here fucking, doing stakeouts and stuff like it don't even feel comfortable to yourself. If you ever had a simpest moment that didn't feel comfortable, then get out of it.
D Money. The only thing you need to understand. The only thing you need to understand is that being with this woman was putting him in a mental space where he was doing things that was unbecoming of his character. And because he realized that his character and his masculine identity was the most important thing, he realized that getting rid of her was the best course of action. That's it. There's nothing else that needs to be understood.
No, I understand what he's saying. I was just confused in the beginning.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's it.
When you see girls moving funny, you just gotta let them go.
That's it.
But yeah, I had some 28-year-old girl trying to talk to me and shit, but she told me I heard in the Game King, the guy was saying, look for girls that gonna add value to your life. You don't always have sex with them. And there's this 28-year-old girl, I don't know what she see in me, some type of potential, whatever. And she told me, she wanted me to get back into school, but after I get back into school, she's gone. She be putting me onto shit, she give me books to read and shit like that. And I'm saying, damn, the shit that you guys be talking about could really happen in real life if niggas just go outside and seek it.
Right.
Yeah, I never say get for me it's different. I search for value in myself more than I search for a woman bringing value to me.
Did you have a question about that situation, D Money?
I did at first, but when I remember, I'll call you guys back. I'm about to start driving, so you won't be able to hear me.
All right. We appreciate you, man. Thanks.
I don't really like that statement, and because a lot of people don't really understand it when they, search for a woman that adds value to yourself. To me, that's that you looking for something from her compared more to yourself. It don't matter if you had a business. You're not going to wait for a woman to add to your business before you make moves to improve your business.
Well, first of all, what D Money is talking about is a statement from the trailer. There was a lot more context, but D Money is not going to invest and actually know the context of all of that. He's just talking about seeing the trailer because it was a statement that Ron Wills made about. We were actually it was during the current Q&A part, and the guy was talking about business and planning for his future and all this other stuff. So Ron Will was saying that if you can find women that add value to your situation, especially if you know what you're
okay, part of your vetting process. Okay.
Yeah, and he was saying that you don't necessarily have to fuck all of them. You understand?
Okay.
But again, it was more context,
which is true.
Yeah.
But we know D Money is still getting D Money together, to even invest into buying the Game Kings NYC seminar video. You know what I'm saying? But until he does that, he can only go for what he saw in the trailer. But anyway, 240, you are live with K Zaggin, J Roman, and Miles on the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Name, age, city. What's up?
What's up?
Oh shit! This is an old nigga. OG 50 Fitzwell. What's going on?
Mr. Massage Table himself. What up with it?
And yo, take us off a speakerphone too. Stop playing around.
I'm not on speakerphone.
Let me say this real quick. Y'all better call in because my internet acting funny. So when we reach that time, shit got to end. So I'm just letting y'all know.
Gotta end.
Go ahead, 50.
Sound like you're in the bathroom there.
So a couple of things.
There you go.
You guys were talking about cooperation, right?
Yeah.
And it just so happened that I went to, all my young cousins were there. We were in the basement and, all around the houses. And one of the things, being older now, I noticed that I ask more. This is the abundance thing I learned in this workshop, abundance and prosperity.
Uh-huh.
I ask more for things to be done. Hey, youngin, could you go over there and pour me a drink, man? Yeah. Hey, young, could you fix me a plate? And I just sit there and now when you take that same energy and you do it on the outside, it's the same thing with the women. You just ask and move the fuck on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's a thing that I have to get used to because I'm older. Like I ran up on, I think I told you the story. I ran up on a train, man, and a young girl was sitting in the seat. She saw me just come up on the train. I'm huffing and puffing, got a backpack on. She stood up and pointed to the seat. Here you go. I was like, oh, well, thank you. You know, so being older and mature, and it's just not the gray, but it's just the way you carry yourself,
right?
The way your persona is. It brings a certain thing to the space, and people recognize it. That's why women can gravitate to you. That's why guys gravitate to you in business. They know this guy is doing something. Let me holler at him. And your language, like you said, your language. Right. So that's what I wanted to say. Another thing too is, hey Miles, man, how do you not look at your cousins like that, man?
What? How do you? Nah, let me tell you something. I got a couple cousins and a couple aunts that would get the business. You hear me? And some of them know it too. But I got morals and shit. But they get looked at. And every time we have family functions, like especially my aunt, I always hug her for a couple seconds longer than I should. And then she'd be like, she'd be like, get off of me, because she knows.
Y'all niggas talking about some other shit.
What is going on here?
Hey, fucking West Virginia backwoods, Appalachian mountain type shit. Talking about this shit.
Hey, at the family reunion and shit, I'll be like, how's my favorite aunt doing? And she's like, boy, you better stop. You better get off of me.
Nah, what I'll be trying to do is look at the family tree and say, nah, you my cousin by marriage. So what's up?
This actually breaking it down by genealogy and shit.
No,
hell no.
The only thing I do, like, I'll flirt and talk shit, but now they friends though, because every once in a while I got cousins and family members that bring their friends to like Thanksgiving and all that other shit.
Oh yeah.
And I'll holler at them. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like having attractive family, I just do playful flirting and just chalk it up to a compliment. You know what I'm saying? But that's it.
Oh yeah.
I will admit this. My uncle on my mother's side, I was in my late 20s, and I went to go bury my grandfather in St. Louis, and he was dating this new woman that had a grown daughter, and I'm like, I'm about to welcome her to the family. You know what I'm saying? So, but she wasn't, there wasn't no relation though. We were both in our 20s, and I'm like, shit. And so me and my cousin, we was talking. We was like, hey, nigga, I got first dibs, nigga. So we was all on that shit. But but it wasn't no relation though. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no family tree discussion. Y'all niggas talking about some other shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why kids be coming out with a tail and shit. You know what I'm saying? Cross-eyed. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I just wanted to say that, thank y'all, man, because that other thing about the persona and you being you, knowing who you are in that space, it draws a lot of attention, but it's not the attention of like vanity. Yeah. It's the attention of intrigue and interest and like, I wonder what he got going on, because there's been many network joints like that I've been going on, and I'm talking my shit. And somebody's ear hustling, and they step over, excuse me, I heard you mention da-da-da-da-da, and how this is. Next thing you know, we doing business. And this, so it's how you really, it's your confidence in who you are. Because you can't tell me shit about my craft or my career. I am the shit and will always be the shit. Has always been the shit in what I do. Exactly. So, and I'm trying to pass it on and show people, but it's just amazing. No matter what level of the game or what dominion of game you're in, it's always going to have the ones who have it and the ones who will never have it.
Facts. Yeah, man. Hey, 50 Fitzwell, man. You know what it is, man. You know we appreciate you, man. And
one more thing.
Oh shit, here we go.
My pictures. That's business casual, by the way.
Oh shit!
Remember the pictures? Yeah, remember the pictures I shot you in K-Rally? That's business casual. I want you to show the guy. That's what business casual is.
Let me go over my shit. Hold on. Business casual. Let me find this shit. Hold on.
I think I shot the Instagram.
We should have put it on. We should have put it on the thing so we could what's the name did? So we could have we gotta I gotta you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put it on the thing so he could upload it. I'm gonna put it on the thing. So I'm gonna give it to K Zaggin so he can upload it at a different time. All right.
All right, yeah.
All right. All right, 50 man. Hey,
All
we
right, y'all.
appreciate you,
Peace,
brother.
man.
All right. Take it easy, bro. That's the uncle right there. 50 Fitzwell.
All right. That's right.
Hey, that's the wrong PayPal for me on there.
Let me go and just move the whole joint then. And then I'll work on updating it.
Mine's is just J Roman Way. So PayPal me /
Oh,
J Roman Way. Yep, just J Roman Way. Just J.
Way. On the PayPal joint or the what do you call it? The Cash App joint.
No, it's PayPal. I don't have Cash App. I just have PayPal.
Okay.
Yep, it's just J Roman Way. No, I like.
Pause, right?
We got any questions in here?
Yeah, we do. Matter of fact, I'm glad you said that. So let's go ahead and snap some of these up right now. So Hayden says, "Have you ever spit? I hate when y'all act like women are different. I can't stand this type of shit. So have you ever spit some game? Oh my god, to an Asian woman, Middle Eastern woman, a foreign woman. If so, did you ever notice that these women were quite different? No, women. Look, god damn it. Look, I know where to go with this. Back when I was living on the city.
You got a computer glitch right now.
Yeah, you froze again. All right, so
city.
Just remember, Zag, if you can hear me, remember that you got to come back on so you can end the show, or else this shit is going to be broadcasting live for like ever. So remember, fix your shit and come back in.
I mean, I'll get to the question why he's doing that. No, ain't no different. If they like you, they like you, and that's the bottom line. I could say, I don't understand why you treat any woman different than being a woman.
Again, like we said before, the standard lies with you. So the only thing a woman needs to be is coachable. You understand? So that's it. You gotta have the standard in you. You gotta customize your life the way your life needs to be customized. But see, K Zag is the only person that could show all the wait. Can I can see the questions, but I can't put them on the screen.
Right.
Yeah, I can see the questions, but I can't click them over to show them on the screen. Well, his next question is whom did you look up to or mentor when you were learning game? Did rappers like Tupac, Biggie, KRS-One, and 50 Cent influence you while you were learning game? What say you, J Roman? Did any rappers influence you?
Not when it came to game. I like their music, and one of my I'm big on is keeping entertainment where entertainment is. That's entertainment. That's where it should be, and I think we should teach our kids that's certain things are just entertainment and not the way you live your life. Now, when I was younger, Tupac was hot. More square dudes I've known in my life wanted to be gangsters, but it's entertainment. I enjoyed the music. I bopped my head. I danced at the party, had the songs, but it wasn't part of my game. It didn't have to be part of my game. It's just entertainment for me.
Right. I'd say
that. You're still asking the question?
Well, we moved on to the next question, the one where he talks about the rappers. If you want, it's the question from 112. Yeah. Well, with me, the thing is like, so I the way I see things as far as game goes, I'm able to connect the dots. So if I'll say that I listened to some rap songs. And yes, I did gain some type of game from rappers. I gained a decent amount of game from 50 Cent, not necessarily from his songs, but more from the way he moved.
Yeah.
Yeah. and like the overall message of get rich or die trying and being focused on your goals and shit like that. And I've always got game from Jay-Z. And the crazy part is, I'm gonna tell you this: when I was young, listening to Jay-Z, I didn't pick up on a lot of the shit. But now, being older and mature, you go back through Jay-Z's catalog, and there's a lot of gems. There's a lot of like motivational and and things that you can look again, understanding game and being able to connect the dots and like take messages from places where a lot of people might not even see them. So definitely but so I'd say Jay-Z, I'd say 50 Cent, especially with just the way he moved, Diddy, niggas like that. Even Biggie, you know what I'm saying? Biggie always, KRS has a lot of gems because KRS is a conscious rapper. Niggas like Common, Most Def, Andre 3000, like Talib Kweli, like definitely the conscious rappers. You can get a lot of game from them. You know what I'm saying? There's this group called Little Brother, based out of North Carolina. They got 2 rappers in the group called Fonte and Big Pooh. And I got a lot of game from them. So, but again, I take game from everywhere. I could watch a movie and get game. I could listen to music and get game. I could watch 2 birds in the woods, like where I walk every day, and get game. You know what I'm saying? So it just all depends on your level. The problem with a lot of you cats is that you're trying too hard to define game when you don't realize it's all around you.
I think the background and the people's stories, that's where I get the most respect for them at. Just that dedication to strive and to move and things like that. I don't think I look at so many people that try to emulate them in their lifestyle that they promote
right
through their songs and stuff, and that's the part where I feel like the kids should know that that's entertainment right there.
Right.
Some of the messages is something different, but the influence of their lifestyle, to me, that's where I get a little more conscientious when it comes to because I coach kids that would come up and try to emulate a lot of things they see the rappers do that ain't gonna sustain them in their life.
Yo, I have a question. Jay Roman, do you remember if Hastings put a super chat in there? Because he's asking a lot of fucking questions. I don't remember seeing I remember seeing questions from Hastings. I don't remember seeing any super chats from Hastings at all. I'm going back through it now, and I'm not seeing any.
Zag is struggling. He has tried to keep his internet together today.
I don't see nothing in here from Hastings, so I'm not gonna answer any more of Hastings' questions. So let's move on to Kason, because Kason actually purchased soap. So I'll answer his question.
Okay.
He says, what episode of Raw and Uncut was Jay Roman in 1950 on? So he wants to know if you remember that live stream that you mentioned where you was talking about the story. What episode of that was that?
I don't know the exact episode, but if you go through like Spotify, there's a description. It's one of the Simp Chronicles, that we were talking about. And in fact, on the Jay Roman Way channel, I'm gonna invite some of these brothers that we see on the YouTube here space, and I'm gonna have like a 30-minute discussion where people can go ahead and call in and confess their little Simp Chronicles themselves and discuss it a little bit. So I'm gonna bring that out, but go through the Raw and Uncut podcast show. I believe it's still on Spotify, and you can just read through the descriptions. And there's a couple moments, and I think it's labeled, one of the times that we had a little Simp Chronicles on there where we all confess some things that that we learned from when we were younger.
Right. Do you remember like a broadcast date it was closer to?
I'm looking through Spotify right now and trying to pinpoint it. So I'll keep looking as the show goes on, and hopefully I can find it before we end it.
Okay. All right. And then so we have Jan Joe. He says, how to stop caring about what women or people in general think about me, because this is my major issue hindering me in life. or hindering my life. How do you get people to stop? How do you stop caring about what people think, J. Roman?
Yeah, you know, Miles, when you talk about levels, you know, I have to really set my mind back because I stopped caring a long time ago. And when you don't care, it's kind of hard to even think about, like, how did I stop caring about what people
right. It's like,
think?
when did I stop
You know,
doing
I stopped when I was younger, when I was wearing Pro Wings to school and people was teasing me. Like, I had to grow up with a tough skin and just be like, fuck it, this is what I got. You know, and now people laugh at it and laugh at my character now when you know we're snapping or I'm at work or something, and they just be like, man, that dude is just him, because it's just me now. Like, I don't care. I say okay a lot. Like, hey, all right, well, that's what you think. Okay, you know. So just at some point, my philosophy is like, these people don't feed you, they don't clothe you,
right?
They don't stop your movement. They don't do anything for you that you can't do for yourself.
Right.
Why do you care? Why do you care about people that are really only going to be a time period?
Answering the question.
Just a question.
You're on the phone call answering the question.
Answering the question by Jan Joe, because we're done
Which
answering
one?
Hastings' question. Jan Joe, that's only
Cool.
because Hastings didn't actually give a super chat, so we're not answering no more questions from him.
All right, cool. All right, so we done with the questions then? We straight?
No,
we were on the question of how do you stop caring about what people think?
Oh, have y'all answered it? Have y'all started answering it yet? My bad.
Yeah. How do you stop caring about what people think, Keith?
Y'all go ahead. Y'all do your thing. Go ahead. You said what?
No, I already explained. I don't. It happened to me at a younger age, just because of the way I grew up. I had to have a tough skin, and then I realized I really didn't care about what people think.
Well, you know, there's a saying: if it don't affect my pay, it don't affect my day. I really believe that. If it don't, because my thing is this: I create my own happiness. I create my own joy. I create my own tranquility, my own peace, my own love. I create all of that for myself. So I don't need anyone to bring any of those things to me, because I'm not devoid of any of those things. So part of what makes my world go around is my ability to handle my business, whether it be for myself, I'm a father, whether it be for myself or my loved ones, my children. So me being able to earn a living is a big part of that. So as long, because if you fuck with me earning a living, then you fuck with me being able to do what I got to do for myself, for my children, for my family.
Right.
So as long as that ain't fucked with, I don't care about nothing else that much. I don't want to say I don't care about nothing else, period, but I don't care about nothing else that much. As long as it doesn't affect my responsibilities, my obligations, and all that type of thing. Guys be worried about, because my thing is this. The problem with most people, and it ain't just guys, it's women too. The problem with most people is people make other people responsible for their happiness and their joy. Okay, and when you do that, you care what other people think, because you lean on that to validate this void in your life, right? Because you feel like you're missing something. My thing is, I'm not missing nothing, because I got everything I need that was created by me.
Right.
So I don't need a woman to come in my life and create something that wasn't there. Now, she could bring more of what I had. She could bring more of what I had, or she could bring a better way to do something. Like if a woman is a better strategist, if maybe, you know, she has a degree and as a CPA or something like that, and you know, she's better with money than I am. It's not to say I'm bad with money, but if she's better at it, I'm gonna listen. Right, but I think guys, when you talk about, let's go back to his question, how to stop caring about what women or people think in general. My thing is, you have to ask yourself this question: how does that person's opinion of you really impact your life?
Right.
How does it? Okay, so a chick don't want to fuck you, so what? I mean, is your life really impacted because a woman don't want to have sex with you?
Right.
Is your life really that impacted because a chick don't want to fuck with you? I don't think so. That's just me though, man. Okay.
There's something my brother told me. This is a different brother. I got 6 brothers and 1 sister. So When I say my brother, I got a lot of them, but something my brother told me that and I apply it to my life. I was younger, about 9 or 10, and I wanted to ask my mom and dad something, and I was sitting there kind of nervous about asking them that. And he goes to me and he goes, "The worst answer you can get is where you're already at."
Mm.
And that just stuck with me throughout life, and that kills a lot of things when it comes to asking anybody or talking to him. And so me talking to her and she ain't feeling me ain't did nothing to me.
Right.
I was already there without her, living a great life. So without this number, or without this it don't mean nothing. It's nothing. It's literally nothing. I didn't wake up with it. I ain't missing out on it.
That's it. See, I'll say, oh, you took it off. How to stop caring about what people think. I mean, look at, see, Jay and Joe, I'll just break it down like this. You are already answering your own fucking question. Because if I have in one hand what people think of me, and I have in another hand a hindrance to my fucking life, then I have to get rid of the hindrance to my fucking life. So, Jay and Joe, you're going to have to just stop giving a fuck what people think about you simply because it's a hindrance to your life. That's it. But again, like I said earlier, when guys stop focusing on themselves, their masculine identity, who they are, and the best version of themselves, when you stop focusing on that, that's when you become weak. And weak people are always worried about what other people think. But hopefully he could come back on and
end the show.
End the show.
The show here.
Zag is lagging. Yeah, even the viewers can see it. That's crazy, man.
I'm reading some of their comments now.
Even the people, the opinions of the people on this panel don't matter. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's real shit.
And that's why I could talk to anybody. I could talk to anybody. I can listen to anybody's advice. It don't mean that it's going to fit for me. And I don't get mad at people's advice. People saying stuff. All right, whatever, cool. Once you get to that place, you'll learn that it's easy to be wherever you're at. Life is a lot funner and just easy, man. I think we put a lot more pressure on ourselves by worrying about what other people think. And that's day to day. That's even dealing with, you only might take a note to it when it comes to women, but you're still dealing with that at work. You're still dealing with that. So, in the meeting, when you had a great suggestion that could propel you to the next promotion or something, but you didn't say it because you're too busy worried about what everybody gonna think about it. So you don't say it. So you might notice that you don't say stuff when it pertains to women, but if you're like that when it comes to them, you're probably like that in other facets of your life. That's hindering. So, that's why we say the game ain't really just about women, it's about yourself. So
So that's it. Zag, end the show before you get cut off again. Bro.
Yeah,
this is what it is.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, real quick, we out.
All right.
Salute to Miles, masculine identity.
Yeah, what up?
Just end it. J Roman, peace.
Peace out, man. Next week. Hey, have a good.
Just end it right now. Just end it, cause you clipping already. Just end it. Go ahead, bro, please, cause this shit not gonna work.
You didn't catch it. You didn't.